with that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a look.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
This is Murray, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Murray, the lone setback. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Again, it's Murray. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
And the wideout in motion. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He's dropping 8.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's Brissett. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out here in the eye, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jacoby Brissett with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd down and 4. They go with Murray again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Murray the lone setback. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw his Carr, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Brissett sets to throw it. Finding time. He's going to go deep. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. They go back to the air here after the INT on the left. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's third and goal. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. This is third and goal. Brissett. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. So it's fourth down, and the Chiefs called on their kicker, Cairo Santos, for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we've reached, okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Macklin, the man in motion. first and 10. Brissett caught here by Conley. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Carr now to throw. Backing up. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go. Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hey, we're going to rally.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll send Macklin in motion left. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Macklin, the man in motion. Brissett to throw on first. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they'll go on the ground. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
10. We ready? Baby, alert. Alert. We ready?
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here. Back near his goal line. Brissett caught. Kelsey left side. 12 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good for a KC first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. A first down throw for Brissett. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he motions the wide receiver. On second down, Brissett again. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, Is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down.
We ready?
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pack.
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Brissett now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he's got his man, that's Macklin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
To throw is Brissett. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game.
And this is taken in at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. Turns out.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Again, it's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Let's go. 1-9.
On play action, Brissett. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Now Brissett on 4th down, and it is incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Carr with a give to Murray. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they got another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 2nd down, 8. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Second down, Brissett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Brissett. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
No, she's singing. She's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Murray the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. Murray fighting, lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll send Macklin in motion left. Brissett sets to throw it. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Again, we'll see the pistol here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Another pistol look here. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
This is third and goal. Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Fourth down, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another.